Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is such a special one. I am gonna tell you my top unique products from my collection that absolutely captures my whole heart, and I feel like these are the best of the best products that I have in my collection. They are unique in formula, some tones. These are just absolutely wonderful product. We are gonna do a full face of makeup look using these products, and this is the makeup look that we came out with. So if you're ready, let's begin. Okay, let's begin our look with my most unique things that I have in my collection, and I actually have pretty much from every category, which is really good. Okay, let's begin with our primer section. I would consider this as like a color corrector primer. This definitely, I feel like it adds a little bit more coverage, but it doesn't stand out like a foundation to me. But I definitely use this so very much, and this is from Danessa Myricks, and you might have heard me rave about these products, like all these products before on my channel, and that just tells me that more I use it, the more I need for it. I really love this product. This product definitely travels with me if I am going to like a tropical vacation. Okay, I'm more of a combination skin type, and I do have like oils peeking out towards the end of the day, always in my T-zone, and this definitely keeps it at bay. Now I do not have anything on my face except my brows, but I'll show you how I use this product. I basically, obviously you see a dent happening. I'll take this product and I'll just place that on the center of my face, and that will add a little bit of coverage, but nothing much that would let me stay away from foundation. This I mostly use it as like a primer because I totally can see the difference. Maybe not in application. I do see a difference in application too, because I do see it evening out my skin tone, and sometimes I just want that. I just want like evening out my skin tone. But for oily combination skin type, I feel like this is a must-have product that you should have in your collection. So this definitely stands out in my collection for the primer category. Now for the foundation, I feel like I was never convinced by a cushion foundation the way this helps me. So this definitely stands out in my collection, and this is from Tir Tir. Obviously, you know, this is the Tir Tir cushion foundation, and I have mine in the shade 33N Machiatto, which I feel like I use this so much, especially when I'm like, especially when I'm going for office. I feel like this comes in so handy. And this gives me all the coverage, but it makes my skin looks like I do not have like much product on sitting on my skin. And this is a little bit yellow on me, but I can definitely make it work. And you can see it definitely gives the coverage, and you'll see more on like my forehead area. My forehead is definitely more pigmented than my rest of the face, but it is such a lightweight formula. Like 2-3 dabs in that cushion foundation, it will give me a flawless base. And the best part is it feels like nothing, like absolutely nothing on the face. Like it never feels heavy, no cakiness, but smooth base. I generally never like applying any product with like these sponge kind of products, but this product I can see myself traveling with, and I always use this sponge because that gives me the most amount of flawless finish that I'm looking for. So that was the Tir Tir foundation. Let me quickly finish off my concealer application too. I'm using my Tower 28 concealer. You have a lot of good concealers in the market, but definitely Tower 28 stands out in my collection. I definitely can see myself repurchasing this over and over again, especially when I'm like running out of this, because I feel like I don't think, except for the Milani concealer and the Tower 28 concealer, I've repurchased any concealer in my collection. And this definitely, I love how lightweight it is, how flawlessly it blends into my skin tone. By the way, I have the shade NoHo in the Tower 28 concealer. And if I have to talk brushes, I would say Refer brushes for eye category and BK Beauty brushes for face category. Like, I would highly recommend. You can go with like whatever shape brushes. If you want a shape and if one shape appeals to you, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this brand one bit. And this is from Refer, the brush that I have some kind of a scratch in my throat. I went into the pool yesterday and I did swallow a little bit of water and feels like something is scratching my throat from yesterday. So once we have that, let me talk about a powder. I have two powders, one a loose setting powder and one is more of like a press setting powder. Both of them stand out in my collection. Loose setting powder, of course, you know, Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I absolutely cannot see myself being without this product. It is such a nice quality. It definitely blurs my under eyes like no other, and I do use it only in the center of my face and on the under eyes. Today I'm only gonna use it on my under eye section because I will be going with like a little bit of cream products. But this product definitely stands out in my collection because of the blurriness. Like, if you have texture on your skin, this is a product for you. You will absolutely be delighted to have this in your collection. I was sleeping on this product for a long period of time. I'm definitely not a person who purchased this as soon as it was revealed. I gave it a go in like one of the Sephora's sale, and then I could not be taken back, okay, because that was such a beautiful product. From the bronzer category, I feel like I was never a person who was more into cream bronzers, but when this came into the market and I tried it, I was like, wow, it absolutely captured my attention. And this is from Rare Beauty, and this is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick, and I have mine in the shade Always Sunny. It is such a beautiful emollient product, and it definitely stands out in my collection on how easy it is to blend the product. I really love this product. Rare Beauty products are actually very nice. Quality wise, I absolutely love them. So I could not recommend enough these products. Like, a few taps and it will be easily melted onto your skin. Absolutely beautiful product. Now, the brush that I am using is from Real Techniques. So if you were looking for an affordable brush set and you don't want to dip into like high-end brush category, I would 100% recommend Real Techniques brushes. I have never been disappointed by Real Techniques brushes, and even though I have such expensive brushes in my collection, I feel like Real Techniques brushes definitely deliver like a high-end product, but also their quality is so good. I'm actually using the brush 449, but they have various like face brush set also, which is absolutely beautiful. I would highly recommend them. So once you have the bronzer all melted, let's talk about blushes, because I have 4 brushes sitting in front of me and all of them are so unique, so beautiful. I don't think you can go wrong with it. Let me go from least favorite to most favorite. Lighter coverage product on your skin. I don't think you'll be disappointed. The Merit Beauty Blush Bombs. I absolutely love these, especially if you are a person who are not a big fan of blush on your face. This is beautiful. I have 2 shades with me right now, which is Beverly Hills and Fox. Fox is my absolute favorite. Now again, if you are a person who loves a blonzer look on you, this product is beautiful. The shade is absolutely amazing. You've seen me use this product over and over again on my channel. So I would highly recommend this, okay? So that was definitely, I wanted to mention them. The second product that I would highly recommend is from Rare Beauty. And this is their new bouncy, the matte bouncy blush. I have one in the shade Truth. Such a unique formula. It is definitely more like a cream, like a puttier formula, but as it goes on the skin, it is so beautiful, so matte looking, and I love a good matte blush, okay? So you will see a lot of like matte blush. The only blush that I mentioned would be the Merit blush that looks a little bit more on the dewier side, but it's such a beautiful product. I would highly recommend that. And then we are going to talk about the Fwee blushes. This is such a unique formula. It's more like a moussier texture. It's such a moussier texture, and it performs so beautifully on the cheeks as well as the lips, because this is marketized as like a lip and a cheek tint, and they perform like that. I really love both of these. This one is in the shade Faded and this one is Chilling. Chilling is definitely more like a reddier tone blush, whereas Faded is like a very neutral terracotta blush. I really love both of these shades so very much. If you are into Fwee blushes and if you are more my skin tone, you need to let me know what are the other blush shades that you have in your collection which you are absolutely obsessed by. And last, certainly not the least, I want to recommend Glaminatrix liquid blushes. I have all the shades with me. These blushes are absolutely beautiful. My most used shade is Lavish. Again, this is more of like a bronzer shade on me. I absolutely love the formula of these blushes. They're not heavy on the skin. It melts and blends onto the skin like so beautifully. I cannot recommend these enough. These are absolutely wonderful. What are we going to use today is the whole question. Maybe we can start with Lavish and then end up with maybe Fwee blushes. But let me show you. Lavish is definitely my most used shade. And you can see this actually reminds me of the House Labs bronzer situation that has happened, but House Labs is definitely more on the dewier side, whereas the Glaminatrix one is definitely more like a natural side. Okay, so you will see obviously it has some give to it. I love these shades. Can you see that? It's definitely not overpowering and it is buildable. So if you feel like this is not enough for you, you can definitely build it up. You saw me, like just a few taps and it just melts into your skin so nicely. And that was the shade Lavish. So pretty, and you can mix and match these shades so nicely. It absolutely performs like wonderful. I am going to take the shade Chilling for the center of my face. Let's take the same brush. It is again from that Refer brush set. And because this is like more of a moussier texture, that's why you see that, but it will blend very nicely. And this gives like more of a blurring effect on your face too, which I absolutely love and adore. So those were the blushes that I would recommend, at least the ones that I have in my collection, which I absolutely love. We'll use the shade Faded on our lips, so stay tuned for that. Now let's move on to the powder situation, the pressed powder situation, which I love. That comes from Florasis. This is a powder that has an SPF of 50 in it, which I feel like is a genius idea, especially if you love to touch up throughout the day. I feel like this is going to be absolutely lovely. There was like a stamp in between, which is completely worn out because I use it that very much. I don't even know if you can see the dent. I love Florasis powder. Like, I absolutely love them with my whole heart. I have several in my collection, but this SPF 50 powder, I love. I love their powders without a doubt. Like, any powder you go by, I really love it. But if you have a benefit of added SPF, why not? And I'm not saying to skip the SPF if you're using the powder. I would say just pack it on top of whatever SPF you have, because it will give that additional protection that you're looking. So that is the Florasis powder, and you can see it blurs out the skin, it gives the protection. So it is just a beautiful product to have in your collection. I love this product. Cannot recommend it enough. Okay, now let's move on to the highlighter. The highlighter comes from Rare Beauty, and this is one among the most unique highlighters that I have in my collection. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. It is shiny, but it is not shimmery, which I absolutely love. I love a good highlighter look, but I don't like a shimmery highlighter on my face. That's not my vibe at all. So I really love this product, and I had never seen like this dome shaped highlighter that looks like a glazed donut on your face. I absolutely love it. Take a little bit. I stick to one side because I love that dome shaped, and I'm gonna just apply it, and you can immediately see that smoothness and the wet effect that comes on the face with this highlight. I love it. I cannot rave enough. I have two shades with me, Mesmerize and Flaunt. I'm wearing the shade Flaunt right now, and Flaunt might look deep, But if you are like myself, like a medium skin tone person, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Like, this is so pretty. And Mesmerize is like definitely a little bit more on the pinkier side. I love to use that with like my cool tone looks. And this, I can just wear it with anything. So I really, really love it. Can you see that? The glossiness that it gives on my skin is so beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now, let's move on to the lips. I am gonna tell you my favorite lip liner. Drugstore, high-end, no matter what, I feel like you need to have these lip liners in your collection. This comes from Maybelline, and these are the lifter liners from Maybelline. These stand out in my collection. I love the shades. I absolutely love these shades, and I feel like they last on my lips for such a long time. You would not miss a high-end lip liner in your collection if you have it. It's creamy, it's sharpenable, it is so long lasting on your lips. I love it. I have several shades with me, but my most used shade is Cross the Line, which is like a deeper brown shade, and you know I love a good brown lip liner. So let's use Cross the Line. You have a little bit of give to like spread out the product or budge the product, but once it sets, it's not going anywhere. I really, really love this product. Okay, and absolutely amazing shades, and especially if it is from drugstore, I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's, as promised, we are going to go into Faded, and this is such a beautiful lip. And you'll see, if you have some cracks on your lips and if you have raisin lips, you would absolutely appreciate this. Where is my wand? It's their Fwee's wand, that silicone tip, which I love. Okay, a little bit was what you need. It'll pick up very, very nicely. And let me go with the lid. And you can see how smooth it made my lips look. I do not have a smooth lip and I love the effect that this gives. I love a good matte lip too, and I feel like I never feel uncomfortable. I love a good matte lip, but I also love comfort, and this just gives it to me. I absolutely love it. I love, love, love this product. Faded is definitely my favorite among the two that I have in my collection. I love it. Okay, let's talk about eyeshadows now. I feel like if I look at my entire collection, the eyeshadow formula that stands out to me, that jumps out to me, is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I absolutely love, love, love their formula, especially their matte formula is amazing. But even the shimmer formula from these two palettes are absolutely wonderful. Okay, this is more of a magnetic palette and this is not. Now if you purchase this is also magnetic, which I would have wished that I would have gotten this in a magnetic formula, because I love to mix and match my palettes so very much, and that's not a news to anybody. This is a little bit more customized according to me, because I was missing some lighter tones there, but this palette is a cool tone lover's dream. Like, I love, love, love this palette. Like, so pretty, and the shimmers are also absolutely lovely. The Beauty Below palette doesn't look like this. Majority of the shades are from the Beauty Below palette. It's more like a grungier palette. So the lighter tones that you see is definitely pulled from some other palette. But I love it. Absolutely love it. I am going to use the Longing palette today. I did want to dip into this palette for the matte specifically, because I am going to talk about another product which is also very, very unique in my collection. So let's start off with the matte. I'm going to start off with this shade, Melancholy. This beautiful green shade. It is such a beautiful shade. I really, really love the tones of this palette. Right there, you can see the pigment, and the way it'll blend is just perfection. Again, I'm using Refa brushes. I'm gonna go into this shade, Misty Eyed, this one, and I'm gonna now take that mainly in the crease. Okay, and it will melt with that deeper green shade. So pretty. And look at the way it blends with each other. It's just my favorite, absolutely favorite. And the tones are just amazing. I don't think I've ever fallen in love with these kind of tones on my medium tan skin tone, but they just made it happen so beautifully. Okay, let's move on to the lower lash line. And for that, I'm going to take this shade Forlorn, which Pretty much looks like the shade that we had in the outer corner, but it's more blue. Can you hear that? And no, I can hear the police siren coming. And then let's take this shade Pleading, the purple, and we'll take that in the lower lash line but towards the inner portion. Now for the inner corner, let me show you one shimmer from this palette. I'm going to take this shade, All That's Left. It's such a sparkly, beautiful white shimmer shade. You can see how beautiful and sparkly this is. Like, this palette is just, if these shades are your vibe, you will not be disappointed. Okay, so let's leave it at that because I definitely want to use the other product too. Okay, I am going to talk about moon dust. Now you can take any moon dust that you have in your collection. These are basically like a loose eyeshadow for your eyes, and I feel like people are more terrified about these things because it's messy, but the way it shines on your eyes, you need to trust me, it's so pretty. I am gonna dip into the new Ensley Reign Moon dust, and this is from the Whispering Woods collection. So I'll use one of these shadows, but anything would be absolutely amazing. Let's use this one first. This is Enchanted Ivy. What I would do is just take a tad bit on the back of the cap, and I have like a whole box full of these kind of shades, these kind of formulas, because it performs so beautiful. It's very underrated, I would say. I'm gonna take that, and you need the slightest bit. I don't even know if you can see it or not. And I'll take a little bit on like a flatter brush, and I'm gonna just back it on top of the eyelids. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, they look magical. I definitely see some kind of a hollowness, like hollow sparkles running through. I'll use one more shade for you. But I feel like these kind of formulas are definitely underrated, or people like chicken out because it's a loose pigment. But you can see, you can either spray your brush or apply some glitter glue on top of the eyelid, and it will just stick onto your eyelids. I don't even have any fallout on my face, which is so magical, right? I really love it. I love to wear this to office too. I really love this. Let me take another shade from the same line. Maybe let's take Pixie Dreams. It looks more neutral, and I feel like people would want to see that. Definitely took a lot. I'm gonna take this. I see a little bit of neutralness, but also a little bit of green. Just taking a little bit. I'm gonna just press it right here in the remainder of the eyelid. Oh, that's so pretty. Don't even know if you can see it or not. It definitely is a green. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand too, just so that you can see the shades. Wow, so sparkly and so pretty. Oh, I love it, love it. Okay, let me swatch it on the back of my hand. Let's start off with the one that I just applied, Pixie Dreams, and I'm gonna just take that on the back of my hand so that you can see. This is such a beautiful neutral green. I love it. Look at that. That's Pixie Dreams. It has that tan base to it, but I see like green to a purple. It's so gorgeous. I love it. That's so pretty. Okay, let me wipe my brush and take the other shade. This was the shade Enchanted Ivy, and this I definitely see more like a pink, purple, blue. Very pretty, especially with the tones that we applied of the mattes from the Longing palette. This is gonna go perfectly. So magical, so pretty, so pretty. There you go. That's Enchanted Ivy. Again, I see pink, purple, blue. Very beautiful and sparkly. These are all very sparkly shades. I would say if you're a warm tone lover, the first shade, and if you're more of a cool tone lover, the second shade. And I mixed both of those on my eyelids. So I hope that makes a little bit, it gives you more like demonstration. And last, certainly not the least, we have the shade Butterfly Kisses. So let's do that, just so that you can see all of those in action, especially because it's a new product. Oh wow, this is also a very beautiful neutral shade. Oh wow, this might be the most neutral one. Oh, I can see myself using this in office so much. Oh wow. This also has some kind of, wow, that shifted so much. I couldn't even finish my sentence. I was going to say that it's very similar to the first one that we swatched, but now the flip is so different. It definitely has that green vibe to it. Let me show it to you. But it has a strong flip of pink, which makes it so unique and pretty. So let me show you. That's Butterfly Kisses. You don't even see that green, do you? But it has that pink flip to it. Oh, these are all very wearable. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and I'll come right back. And there you go. That's my final look. I'm in love with this eye look and the face look. Like the whole complexion, the way this look turned out is absolutely magical. I cannot recommend these products enough. I feel like these are definitely the standout products in my collection, and I definitely wanted to reiterate and tell you guys that these are my favorite for what reason, and do a full face of get ready with me. I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys, just so that I could share my absolute favorites with you. But that's all for today. You guys have to let me know out of your collection which is like your top 3 products that you absolutely cannot live without. Sound it down in the comment section below, so that if I do not have it in my collection, I can quickly snag it. But that's all for today. If you did like my video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.